Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Welcome back, my wise followers. Today we're going to be talking about angels. Okay, and this is just a beautiful tea-light candle holder of an angel. And I'm just going to talk about how I feel about angels based on my meditation, based on my experience. Now, there's three particular angels that I work with a lot, and that's Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel. Okay. And again, with a lot of the beings I work with, because Hecate is my main goddess, I work with her a lot, I'm always devoted to learning more about them, learning more about their origins, their history, and also I'm always devoted to learning and connecting with them on a deep and personal level. But what are angels? Well, angels are essentially higher beings. So they're very spiritual beings. They've never been human. Like how your human spirit and then your soul leaves your body and you roam the earth or you transform. Angels are very much higher beings, but have always been. So they're very higher energy beings. So they've got a lot of being higher beings means they've got a lot of energy, a lot of power. They're also very primordial beings in the sense, but they've always been the very old angels. And when we look at ancient Greece and Rome, these people did work with angels as well. Angels were honoured and respected, but the ancient Greeks and Romans would have called them different names. And we see like the cherubs, the beings with the wings, they're like babies, but they've got wings and they've got the arrows, and they were responsible for love, but they were beings of love, but they were essentially angels. And you see that, and for thousands of years, angels have always been, and they've always been in our consciousness. They've always been there in our conscious mind, communicating with humanity and communicating with people from all walks of life. Because a lot of pagan people, like Romans, Greeks, who would follow a pagan path, angels communicated with them. They might have called them different beings, but they realized they were higher and spiritual beings. And then all the way up to Christianity, these beings, you could say like angels originally were in, they don't belong to the Abrahamic faith, they also don't belong in the pagan faith. What I'm saying is angels, even though you might find them more predominantly in the Abrahamic traditions, angels are their own beings, their own things. And that, they're higher beings, very powerful. They are also primordial, very old beings, and they're enlightened beings. They've got a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, and they are beings that have freedom of will. In the Christian tradition, they're seen as servants of God in the sense, but they don't have freedom of will, and they just God tells them what to do and they obey. But I would say that there's nothing wrong with believing that, but to me, angels, I've got a very itchy nose today, but to me angels are, they're connected to God, the universe source, and the way I look at God is like an onion, many layers, many names, but still one divinity. And angels are connected to the universe, connected to divine source, so they're connected to that, and they also have very psychic abilities because they know what's going through people's hearts, minds and souls, and they try and communicate with them that energetic level. And angels sort of know what's best for people, and when they come into people's life, they want people to work on personal growth, self-love. They want people to work on personal betterment, and they want people to sort of grow. That is what they want them to do, to grow. And that's what they want, people to grow. And angels, now how do angels communicate? Well, if you're lucky, you might meditate with an archangel. You might work with a particular angel that you feel drawn to, because there are many different archangels, and then there's many angels that are not necessarily archangels, but they're still powerful beings that you could work with, as well. And if you're lucky, you might meditate with angels, and they might speak to you verbally through words. But usually when angels communicate, they don't prefer to speak through words. What they prefer to speak through is through symbolism. So they will show you repeated numbers like 1111, 222, 33. So angels communicate through your dreams or in everyday life by showing repeated numbers. Another way that angels communicate is by white feathers. Now, and I would say if you see any white feathers, you should pick them up because that's a message from your guide. Put them in a potion bottle, a spell bag. And I'm just going to go into a few of the examples when I've seen white feathers. So number one, when I was walking, Dale Estate is one of my favourite places to go, and it's a lovely, beautiful nature spot, and I found 13 feathers there that day. 13 symbolises growth, beginnings, and being in tune with spiritual energies. And randomly these white feathers would come up in my walk because I was enjoying the trees, the nature. But as I was walking, I felt the angels were following me because I never picked them up. You don't necessarily, but I did take a note, and I found 13 white feathers that day. Then another way, when I went to Dale Estate with my partner, I found 5 white feathers as well. But I note that down, 5 white feathers, because 5 represents life and growth as well. And then one time I was in Greggs with my friends, and I saw, with the corner of my eye, I just saw this beautiful little white feather. And again, that was a sign from my angels and guides, but they were there because it was one white feather, a time for new beginnings, fresh starts, new ideas, but also a sign that you're on the right path. And then one time I was in Greggs again, and my friend Sylvia, who's quite into spiritual things, there was this big massive white feather she picked up and gave it to me, and she said, "That's for you." And I felt in my heart and gut it was for me. And then I took it to the temple, I meditated with it, and essentially Archangel Michael Raphael said it was a gift for me, and I could feel that, and they said that to me. And for me, I have heard higher beings, spirits in my mind communicate with me, but sometimes a lot of these angelical beings, they tend to communicate through numbers, through shapes and colours and feathers and animal symbolism as well. That's the way they prefer to communicate. But essentially, that angels, because they're enlightened beings, very wise, knowledgeable, they want to come into our lives, and they want us to grow. They want us to be enlightened, and they want to raise our energy field. And when you work with angels, that's what they do. They raise your energy field. They help bring your chakras into alignment. They can help you with your aura, cleansing that, keeping your aura strong, and just helping you find balance and order in your life and serenity. And angels want us to be positive because they're higher beings. They want us to be at a higher energy frequency, a higher state. They also want us to expand our consciousness. And by expanding your consciousness, it means to deepen your mind, deepen your understanding of things, and also get more familiar with the energies around you, because angels are connected to source, and Archangel Michael taught me this a long time ago, but I'm connected to source, and every human being is connected to divinity, to source. Divinity is within you, all around you, and essentially we are divinity because we are made up of divinity, and we are the divine. The divine is within us, and if you never find it within, and I truly believe that if you never find it within, you'll never find it without yourself. And angels are just great. They're not for everyone. Some people, because you will find with some traditions where angels are attached to that tradition, because the people of that faith honour, respect angels, and angels have helped people in that faith because that faith resonates with their heart, their soul. And I feel with angels, like I could feel Archangel Michael saying there's no one true path, but they are the path that is right for you. And we as higher beings would like to guide you to that path that is right for you, that will bring you happiness and joy. And I will give those who come to me strength, protection, and that. So I feel that's Archangel Michael talking to my mind, because I can feel his really strong energy. Because and one time when I met a spiritual friend, but they also had a lot of things going on in their life, and I became good friends with this person. They were also spiritually inclined. They said that with Archangel Michael, energy is very strong around you, and like I used to pray to Archangel a lot. Even when I followed the Christian tradition, I prayed to him a lot. And then when I left Christianity to pursue more paganism, that type of things, because that makes more sense to me and it feels right. I still prayed to Archangel Michael, and even now I still do, and I love working with Archangel Michael. And even though he's an archetype, to me he's his own being, his own person, and he's connected to divinity, to the universe. And to me, these beings, whether it's archangels or angels in general, they've always been. It's just sometimes we as humans, they come into our lives to give us wisdom, knowledge, and then we write down our experiences, we write down what they've told us, and they help us to get to where we need to be as well. And some people, angels, they're not ready to work with them because people have got a lot of religious trauma. But again, it's always important before you work with any deity, whether it's angels, any spirit or deity, you do your research on them, you study them, and then you take the time to maybe get an image, a statue of them, and light a candle in honour of them, and create that relationship, and always be respectful as well. And as always, this is me just sharing my personal understanding of angels as well, what I feel about them and that. And I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here, my wise followers. I'm grateful for your support and just following me here on the channel. And if you've got this far, please, and if you're new to the channel and you've got this far, please subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I post a video. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up as well. And I'm just so grateful. And if you've got any thoughts or experiences with angels, please comment down below. And if there's any videos you'd like me to make, if you've got any video ideas, please comment down below. Have a great and amazing day. May part meet again. Blessed be.